Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vice City. This is Tommy Vercetti here. We are sitting in what is now Tommy's mansion. It used to be Diaz's mansion, but if y'all remember in the mission rub out, we found out that definitively that Diaz was the man who had set us up and had taken our money and taken our coke and gotten Sonny Forelli all angry with us. So we took him out. Oh, and killed Lance Vance's brother, by the way. So we took him out, and we ended up taking over his mansion. That's where we got the Vercetti mansion here instead of the Diaz mansion now. You see the V on the map. If we went downstairs and into the bar, we're our own boss now. Uh, Vercetti stands for Vercetti. We've got our own boss, and those are the Vercetti missions. We've done the first one, which was Shakedown. The one where the people in the mall, the businesses in the mall are like, "Well, Diaz is dead. We don't have to pay protection money anymore." And we went and proved to them that yes, indeed, they do still have to pay protection money. Before we get any further along the line, we've already gotten, I think, almost 40, or is it almost 30? I think we've got 27 at this point. I've already done it, but I think I started with 27 packages. Remember the little tiki idols that you break open and they're full of Coke. It's one of the ways that we're importing Coke into Vice City here. We've collected 27. I'm wanting to get to 80 because there's a special thing that you get at 80 that I want to do. So we're going to collect up to 50 here. That's our next goal. I'm going to run around and get the next 23. I am using a map because they are difficult to find, and I don't want to spend literally days running around legit trying to find them. So I've got a map that has all of them on it, and I'm going to go around and collect them. Um, so we'll get that done, and I'll show you it as we go along. And instead of having to listen to me talk while we're going along and collecting the next 20 something, we are going to listen to KCHAT. I realized I went back and looked at the previous 25, 26 episodes we've done, and we had KCHAT Part 1, but we never did do a KCHAT Part 2. And in fact, there'll probably be a KCHAT Part 3 because KCHAT is a very long radio station and it's all talk radio. So you can play the whole thing. It isn't like when we did V-Rock with Laszlo. Remember the episode V-Rock? I'll throw the number of the episode up along here. When we did V-Rock with Laszlo, we just recorded the parts with Laszlo and then faded in and out on the music because we obviously can't play the music without getting a copyright strike. So we're going to listen to KCHAT and we're going to pick up hidden packages and we're going to get right on that. And I'll see you here again in just a moment. Before we do that, here's another thing we haven't done for a while. We are 24% complete in the game here. We've done 37 mission attempts. We've been playing for 16 and a half hours. Days passed in game has been 56. 16 and a half hours. We ain't gonna run no speed runs with this, are we? We've had 55 safe house visits. We are rated as a drop man. 903 is our criminal rating. Let's see, we haven't done any of the rampages. As you see here, we've passed 50 out of the 100 um, hidden packages so far, so we found half of them. We've killed 330 people. The 153 have been killed by other people while we've been going around. Vice City is not a nice place. It's not as evil as Liberty City, but it's still not a nice place. We've 20 road vehicles have been destroyed, 13 boats, 6 helicopters and planes, 24 tires popped with gunfire. We've had 63 wanted ratings. We've had 27 we've evaded. During the running around, I didn't record it, but we did get busted for the first time. And when that happened, we respawned at the local police station and they took away all our weapons. So we're going to have to go around and recollect weapons again. We had some of them had a lot of ammo too because we'd collected them a number of times. But we're going to have to go back around and recollect all of our weapons again. 3 hospital visits. We've done 22 headshots. $53,000 in police spending. Our least favorite gang is the Haitians, which is obvious from our war that we had between the Cubans and the Haitians. Y'all remember the war that we had with Humberto, Danny Trejo's character. 181 gang members dead, 1 criminal killed, 1 kilo of explosives used to end that gang war. We fired a little over 10,000 bullets, and we've got a 29% accuracy. As we see, our big numbers, we've run 58 miles, we've driven a car 161 miles, and we've traveled 90 miles by motorcycle. Rest are pretty trivial for a total of 321 miles. We haven't really done any of the stunt jumps or any of that stuff yet. We've killed, let's see, we've not done any vigilante missions, any passenger taxi missions, haven't done the ambulance missions. I need to look those up and see. We haven't done the fire truck missions. Need to look those up. We have not robbed any stores either. We may have to do that. We've done 3 of the 5 assassination missions. We delivered 109 pizzas. Fishes fed. Oh, that's drowning. We've drowned 1 time. Okay, no springs. Weapon budget. We've spent $2,600 on weapons, $640 on clothes, $1,000 on property. Property destroyed, $128,000. We only own 1 place right now. That's the Scumhole Shack. Highest media attention, 59. Vaguely interesting. All right, that's our criminal ratings and all, our stats. Let's get back to running around finding those packages.
Literature or a missile defense system. Make sure you do the American thing.
Old Max, we go everywhere together. Right, boy?
At Pet Stuffers, we know there's nothing like a relationship between a man and his dog. Sometimes you just can't let go.
Max, you didn't eat your food. That's the 2nd week in a row. Max?
When the unspeakable happens, just put your 4-legged friend in the refrigerator or freezer. Then call Pet Stuffers. We'll be there within a week to pick him up, and in less than a month, he'll be back as good as new. Through an ancient Egyptian miracle process called taxidermy, you and your best friend will always be together.
Yeah, that's a good dog.
Pet Stuffers, when you just can't let go. And coming soon, grandparents forever.
The key to feeling great is looking great, and the way to look great is to have great hair. That's great.
Take your hair higher. Take your hair to the limit.
With Sissy Spritz, when you're clubbing or sticking your head out of a stretch limo sunroof, you want to know your hair is performing to the limit.
Higher. Gonna get higher than the sky.
With Sissy Spritz, it's hair for the future, not the past. When you have great hair, people know you're a winner.
Gonna fly on my own hair tonight.
Sissy Spritz may cause dry mouth, dilated pupils, paranoia, heart palpitations, and nosebleeds, but your hair will be great.
Higher.
This is KCHAT. Welcome back to the show. I'm Amy Scheckenhausen, and next up, we're going to be interviewing someone with a lot to say for herself. A woman who pretended to be a man and then wrote a book about it. I haven't read it, but I'm going to pretend I did. She's professor of anthro-sociology and women's studies at the University of Vice City, and her name is Michaela Krapitis. Michaela, hi, welcome to KCHAT.
Hello.
Hi. So, Michaela, you're a teacher.
If you mean professor, yes, I have a doctorate. Teachers are homely women who make minimum wage to keep the teenage boys off the streets during the day. I am very intelligent, and I'd rather talk about that. I'm trying to sell my book.
Okay. Now, it says here you wanted to be a man so much, you dressed up like one.
Well, that's a load of crap, my dear. More misogynistic propaganda. I hate men. Can't bear them. I think they're a complete waste of time and space, quite frankly, and a disaster for the planet.
Me too. I just got dumped.
Oh, well, it is unfortunate you measure your self-worth in relation to a man, my dear. Look at you. You could be an attractive girl if you did some physical labor, cut your hair short, grew out your body hair, and wore boots, for example. You mustn't get sucked into their heteropatriarchy.
But I like dating. Having someone buy you dinner is great.
Well, we'll come back to you and your problems, accepting who you really are. Let's talk about me a bit more.
Okay, so tell me about your book. You hate men a lot, and you dressed up like one, and now you've written a book about it, right?
More or less. As I said, I'm very intelligent, so I don't expect you to understand, my dear, but I'll try to keep it simple. I've always been fascinated with the world of men. Revolted, of course, but fascinated. Now, as an academic, I can get paid to write a book about pretty much anything, as long as I give it a complicated title. Are you with me, gorgeous?
Ooh, I think so.
Good. Then hold my hand. It helps me think.
No!
Okay, sorry. Don't be so weird. God, everywhere I go, just like the university won't let me display my beautiful and sensual woodcuts in the student commons, it makes me so angry! Where was I?
You were talking about yourself?
Oh, of course. The ego is a dangerous thing, especially in my case. I'm a Jungian. Anyway, so what I did was dress up like a man and enter into the man world. I can tell you it was more horrifying than I imagined.
What did you do?
Well, the first chapter, I was a roofer. These sexists spend all day on a roof talking about us, Amy. I was expected to sit around and talk about what I had done to women. Of course, I had to, so as not to blow my cover.
So what's the name of your book?
Yes, as mentioned hitherto, my book has a very, very obtuse title. Being and Singing. From Freud to the Building Sites, A Woman's Journey into the Male Psyche.
Huh? What?
I'll admit it's not very catchy, but academia is not about getting to the point. It's about exploration.
Okay. Wow, I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah, so I entered the world of men, in disguise, of course. I was dressed like a man.
Okay, and you haven't changed back?
What? What did you say?
You're still dressed like a man.
No, I'm not. These are my normal clothes. Amy, for God's sake, don't fall prey to the patriarchy's evil fashion schemes!
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, I learned a lot when I was a man. Did you know, for example, that during my time as a steel worker in Pittsburgh, I learned that men sometimes speak crudely about women when they are out of earshot? I was horrified. Or that men regard some women, like you, Amy, as mere sex toys, things for their amusement. Unbelievable! Or that men actually find sports interesting. It's appalling. And they run the world, my pretty. Oh, yes, they run the world.
They do?
Yeah. Look at Reagan. Look at Thatcher. Look at Gorbachev. While we stay home and bake cookies. Well, screw that, sweetheart.
Yes, I agree.
Good. Don't bake a cookie. Smash him in the face with a baking tray instead. He's a brainless dolt. He's a man. Did you know men enjoyed looking at pictures of naked women? It's called pornography. It's sick and foul. I'm giving a talk about it this weekend at the Women's Center. That's women with a Y.
I think you spelled it wrong.
Are you a woman? 3 of the 5 letters that make up your description are M-A-N. You're too dependent on men, Amy. That's why I don't call myself a woman, Amy.
Okay.
I bet this radio station is owned by a man. White male conservatives monopolize the media, selecting right-wing blondes to propagate conservatism.
I don't have blonde hair.
Not yet, Amy. Not yet. Did you know men drink beer and smoke cigarettes and wear hats?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you must have read my book. I discovered a lot of things. I was also a policeman and an untrained brain surgeon, and they're all the same. All women haters.
But just because men like sports and hats doesn't mean they hate women, does it?
You self-hating fool! Of course it does! The media, meaning you, falsely portrays feminists as bra burners, outdated, combat boot-wearing bad mothers. Why don't you take your top off right now, Amy, huh? Tell them you won't be censored anymore.
No! I'm getting a little freaked out here.
We'll teach you how to make beds, march in squares, shine shoes, clean bathrooms, kill a man with your bare hands, and do it all with pride. The military teaches you all the skills you'll need later in life. Call 1-800-BE-A-HERO and become a real man today.
Why are you waving your hands up? Oh, I'm supposed to hit the other commercial.
This fall, a new hard-hitting police drama is coming to Friday night. He was a well-to-do cop transferred to a troubled precinct downtown. His new partner is a space traveler with a passion for justice. It's Yuppie and the Alien.
Look, you might vaporize dissidents in Alpha Centauri, but in this precinct, we do it by the book.
I'm so terribly sorry, Captain.
Gugan, sorry. Don't miss this one-of-a-kind police drama. They're fighting crime the hard way, in designer clothes, with $250,000 sports car and a UFO.
Partner, let's go cruise in the car and look moody.
One tough downtown precinct, two outsiders doing things their way. Yuppie and the Alien on VBC.
Hi, I'm BJ Smith, tight end for the Vice City Mamas and proud proprietor of BJ's Used Autos. Cars from all over America come to find a new home in Florida, just like you. I moved here after the draft. Football, not Vietnam, even though they do have a lot in common. I noticed there was one thing missing from this great town, a celebrity-endorsed used car shop. That's why I founded BJ's Used Autos. Every one of these beauties is freshly painted. They look brand new. We have new models coming in every morning, usually around 2 a.m. We can get you anything. And if you see a car of your dreams, tell us. We can acquire it for you. I've taken the skills I've learned as a pro football player to the used car business. Smash, grab, and run like hell. BJ's Used Autos. I'm tackling low prices with hot cars.
If for some reason you'd like to speak to Michaela Crapper, just give her a call on KCHAT. Who's on the line?
Michaela, hi. Peace, sister. I'm wearing trousers. I haven't shaved or waxed in 9 months. I left my broken-hearted husband and baby behind. Now I'm living in a commune with a series of life partners, having quite simple, amazing experiences. I got my inspiration from a lecture you gave last year. Thank you so much. You taught me a lot.
Yes, good, sweetheart. But ask yourself, are you doing enough? It sounds to me like you're living a lie. Your life is still very man-centric. You're still justifying yourself by the I am not, rather than the I am principle. I mean, really, you might as well make his bed and clean his litter tray, for God's sake. It's half-hearted fools like you who give feminism a bad name.
But I even attacked my brother with a bread knife.
You show pony, prom queen, cheerleader, skirt wearer. You see, Amy, that's the thing about people. They're so half-hearted. Pick and mix, not prepared to carry out their threats. That woman, that lady, as I bet she likes to be known, is really a self-hater, a failure in the man's world. Yeah, why, I bet she's never even attacked a man with a vat of boiling oil.
But she said she tried to kill her brother.
Don't argue with me. I write books.
Okay, next caller.
Michaela, I'm a huge fan.
Are you?
Yes, you've really changed my life. Before I heard you speak a couple of times, I was getting into the feminist movement, but in sort of a silly way.
Really?
Yeah, burning my bra, beating a policeman, shooting my dad and stuff. Just playing around, I didn't really understand the feelings I was having.
I know, the wearisome troubles of the half-hearted.
Then, after listening to you, I realized what a load of crap it was.
Excuse me?
I realized what a load of crap it was. You can't hate men just because they're different. You can't hate anyone just because they're different. You have to work with them. Luckily, I needed a moronically pretentious, overeducated, hair-lipped old harridan like you to show me how stupid I was being. I mean, we're all just people, and it's idiots like you who cause the problems in this world in the name of reclaiming some false ideal and blabbering on and on about gender politics at rallies just so you can wear leather in public.
Why, you misogynist.
No, you're insane. You hate yourself because you're a failure. You're an appalling academic and about as intellectual as a hemorrhoid. Goodbye.
Well, well, it's nice to see my work has stimulated such healthy debate, don't you think?
Michaela, she hated you.
No, nonsense. Poor dear was in bits. Not very used to the cut and thrust of academia. I thought she expressed herself poorly and didn't know what she was saying. Probably burned her husband's cakes or something. It is important for me to confront the differences and similarities between myself and other women. I am smart, strong, I seek liberation. Your society imposes on me.
God, this is all so confusing. Everything has two meanings.
Exactly.
All right, folks, we'll get back to Michaela and KCHAT on the next time. That was the packages 28 through 50. We've got 30 more to collect to get our item that we're going after. And we'll probably do that next time. So, in the meantime, this is Tommy Vercetti back at the Vercetti Mansion, and we'll see you then. Thank you for coming along, and bye-bye.